Since we're still in the middle of the holiday season, I've gotten a request for a movie that's not exactly on my list. Simply known as Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. Released in 1964 with a runtime of a little over 80 minutes. But come on, Santa Claus Conquers the Martians? That sounds freaking awesome! I mean, I can see it now. Santa Claus, with an army of elves, grades the planet Mars, and is just fighting Martians and conquering their freaking capital. There's gonna be cannons going off, everyone's firing their ray guns and shit. This sounds fucking amazing! So I did a bit of research, and apparently it's been declared one of the worst movies ever made, has made IMDb's 100 worst, and has even been on Mystery Science Theater 3000. Oh, come on, people! The title sounds great, seriously! How bad could it possibly be? I have never been so let down, so disappointed, so disgusted, and so freaking misled as when I watched this movie. Unbelievable. Oh my god, why didn't I pay attention to the signs? I should have known it was bad, should have known that it was a piece of crap. I mean, seriously, humanity? Come on! I mean, I know it was the 60s, but even for that time, this is just horrid! The acting is bad, the sets are bad, the characters are horrid! I cannot believe how much I hate this movie! I wouldn't say it's as bad as The Dog Who Saved Christmas, I wouldn't say it's better, but I'm really freaking disappointed right now! You lied to me, movie! You lied to me! You said I was getting Santa fighting Martians, but instead I got this crap! But why stand around talking about it when I can simply show you how bad this is? This is Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. So the film opens with us looking at a TV set, which is tuned to a made-up TV station called Kid TV. The camera pans off, and we see that it is being watched by children in horrible Batman cosplays. What the fu- Pull up that picture one more time! That looks nothing like him! So it turns out that these two particular Martian children are watching stolen TV programs from Earth. So that's who's been stealing my cable! Well, I guess I owe Derpy Hooves a letter of apology. And a muffin. So apparently the once elusive Santa Claus, who would never give any trace that he even exists, is now on public television and is being interviewed on the news. Of course, once he sees what you humans put in the media, he's not gonna care because they're probably gonna forget about him in a couple of weeks. So we finally meet that fat guy in a suit you all seem to love, Santa Claus, played by John Call. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't have a problem with his acting. In fact, he plays the character pretty well. In fact, there's only a few performances in this movie that really pissed me off. Which, believe me, we will touch base on.
Tell me, oh, my hair's a mess. Hello there.
Nah, she's off her meds, sorry about that. So then we're introduced to the elves, who have no importance in this movie whatsoever. Do these look like soldiers to you? I don't think so!
Here is the latest toy rocket. It runs on real rocket fuel. Really?
Are you serious? Real rocket fuel? Okay, this is ridiculous. Let's put 60 seconds on the clock and see how many times I can rant or joke about it. Didn't the guy in the astronaut farmer have this exact same problem? They're not gonna like it that much when they see the gas prices nowadays. No, not really. It runs on human urine. We're expecting many lawsuits to come out of this. Calvin ought to have fun throwing this at Susie. give us your money and we'll make sure you're obligated to keep giving us more. I hope you got good life insurance, because you're gonna need it soon. Batteries not included, motherfucker! The sheer speed of the thing causes it to fly straight through children's flesh. Now try to explain to the government why you're buying rocket fuel. Why rocket fuel? Because we're not taking enough things from NASA as it is. Somehow it made it past safety standards. 2 months later, we pulled it off the shelves because kids were using it as a drinking cup. By the time the children kill themselves with it, I'll be out of the country. Solid fuel or liquid fuel, either way it's expensive. Adult supervision required by law. It's everything you want in a toy, and your mom is totally gonna hate it. No, we weren't high when we made it. It's a one-time only use. Rocket fuel. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. A total of 20 jokes! I just beat my own record! So in the next scene, we see the leader of the Bad Batman Cosplay Fan Club. This is Kemar, played by Leonard Hicks. And this is Droppo, played by Bill McCutcheon, and I may be mispronouncing that.
Why are you sleeping during working hours?
I wasn't sleeping, Chief. It's just that I haven't been able to sleep these last few nights. I forgot how. So I was just practicing.
You want to know why they call him Droppo? Because he was dropped as a child. Seriously, that is just the dumbest thing you could ever say. So it turns out all the children in the Bad Batman Cosplay Club aren't being their normal selves. They're not sleeping well, they're not eating food as much as they should be. Maybe that has something to do with what they watch on TV.
Walks, talks, cries, and she even sings.
Almost like a real, live little girl.
That she is, sir. That she is.
Wow, sis, they sure put a lot of pointless shit on TV back on Earth.
Bomar, Gimma. I told you not to watch those silly Earth programs.
Silly?
I used to wonder what friendship could be.
You take that back!
Hello, Droppo. I see you're keeping busy.
Oh, yep, sure have. I've been twisting this knob all day.
Appear to be trouble. They don't care to sleep. I had to use the sleep spray on them again. I mentioned this to my council chiefs today, and I learned it's the same with children all around the planet in every district.
So there's something wrong with all of the children on Mars. So, Kemar and co. head off to consult the Elder. Woo! Do something!
You called me,
Thank you.
Kemar.
Something is wrong with our children. They eat not, they sleep not. Their only interest is watching meaningless Earth programs on the video.
Meaningless? Take that back, or so help me, Celestia, you are going down.
What time of year is it now?
It is the middle of September.
Why does it sound like you just combined the months September and October? So the Elder comes to the conclusion that the cause of all the disturbances on Mars is due to the fact that it's Christmas time back on Earth.
We must learn what it means to have fun. We need a Santa Claus on Mars.
So according to the Gandalf knockoff, the children of Mars need to learn what it is to play together and be friends with each other and learn to have fun. 'Cause apparently they don't have that.
This is a serious matter, Voldar, and desperate problems require desperate deeds. Earth has had Santa Claus long enough.
So Kemar's solution to the serious problem that all the children are depressed is to abduct Santa from Earth and bring him back to Mars so that they can have their own Christmas.
We leave for Earth tonight. Rigner, Lomos, Prepare spaceship number 1.
If you're preparing spaceship number 1, that can't mean you have a lot of ships. And here I was expecting a fucking battle fleet, but apparently that's too much to ask.
Fire! Portside rockets, number 1 and number 2.
Portside rockets, number 1 and number 2. Fired.
Ray guns, brain implants, the ability to steal my cable TV, a knockoff of the R-9000, and you're still using retro rockets on your spaceships? How advanced is this Batman cosplay club anyway?
Well, over a city of some kind.
So that's what the Earth people call a city, eh? How primitive.
Primitive? Let me remind you who's kicked your ass in every other movie out there.
Look at all those buildings above ground. Why, we could destroy that city with one blast of our Q-ray.
But what would it accomplish?
Wait a minute.
So the Batman fan club starts looking for Santa Claus, but they seem to be having a bit of trouble.
I see him too.
He's standing on the corner ringing a bell.
No, he's not. He's standing near the entrance of a large building next to a large black kettle.
He's standing on the corner, Kima. Wait a minute. I see another one.
Well, there are hundreds of Santa Clauses down there.
Why are there this many of them in such close proximity? Don't they space these guys out?
We interrupt our program with a special bulletin.
So the spaceship hasn't even been in Earth orbit for more than 5 minutes, and already it's on the news, and they are aware of it and are scrambling the Air Force.
Hold on. Turn on the radar shield.
So they're going to try to hide from the Earth radar systems, but apparently something's wrong with the radar jamming device.
Radar shield functioning. What was wrong, Rigner?
A slight case of Droppo.
What are you doing here?
Now, I know what you're thinking. How bad can this character possibly be? Okay, you people, you don't know any better. You don't even know how annoying this character gets. Don't believe me? You dare not believe me? Oh, you just wait.
Trouble! Get below quickly!
Yes, Chief. I'm sorry.
What inspired him to go over and start fiddling with the lever? Seriously, every second he's on screen, it just makes me want to choke a puppy. So America finally gets off their lazy ass and scrambles. Bombers? What the fuck, guys? Who cares? They serve no purpose in the movie anyway. So we're then introduced to Billy and Betty. Yeah, real fucking original. Now, remember when I said there were only a few performances in this movie that I had a problem with? Well, Billy is one of them, and partly Betty. Don't believe me? Of course not. Just take a look.
Billy, what does a Martian look like? I don't know. Nobody's ever seen one. I don't believe there are any Martians. You don't, huh? What would you do if a Martian walked right up behind you? I'd scream.
Cheap Batman cosplays! Run for your lives!
Oh, nothing, Mom. Betty, I'm trying to sleep. I see a Martian. Boy, you and your imagination.
Okay, come on. I can barely hear what this kid is saying half the time.
What are those funny things sticking out of your head?
Those are our antenna.
Are you a television set?
Nice read there, kid.
Are you a television set?
Are you a television set? See? I can't even act that bad, even if I tried.
There's only one Santa Claus.
We've seen many of them in your cities.
So they interrogate the children and discover that the one, the only Santa Claus is at his workshop at the North Pole. To prevent them from being caught, they take the children with them.
This morning, 2 children disappeared mysteriously from the vicinity of Welch Lake.
Well, that didn't take you very long. Seriously, I just cut to the next scene in editing right there. And this is what showed up. How does the news catch on to this so quickly? And why is this on the news already? And why are we looking at airplanes now? If the kids are missing for maybe a week, then maybe put it on the news. And how is this the least bit exciting? We're watching an airplane refuel! So we go to the next scene where we have... Ah!
All right, Billy and Betty. Nobody's here. Come on.
Troppo is showing them around the spaceship.
Boy, wait till the kids at home find I was in a real Martian spaceship.
Yeah! First they'll send you to the mental ward, and then they'll send you to acting classes, because you can't act for shit, kid! So they come across a rundown cabin. Oh, I'm sorry. Santa's workshop. Seriously, it's gotta be bigger than that. You have to distribute gifts to everyone on the planet. You expect me to believe they all originate out of that tiny house?
Or ever.
What do you mean, Polda?
If we take them with us to Mars, Santa's disappearance will remain a mystery. No one on Earth will ever know that Santa Claus was kidnapped by Martians.
You seriously think they're going to listen to a bunch of small children? Even then, the concept of Santa being abducted by aliens is too stupid for anyone to think up.
Rigna, Hargrove, Voldar, you'll accompany me. Come. We'll activate Torg.
Torg? To capture a roly-poly little man like Santa Claus? We don't need Torg.
We won't take any chances.
So the kids get off the ship in an attempt toward Santa. Why does the North Pole look like the fucking moon?
Billy, I can't run anymore. I'm cold, and I'm tired, and it's beginning to snow.
Do you even realize where you are? You're cold and you're tired. You should be dead from hypothermia already, for Christ's sake.
Betty, look! It's Voldar! He's the mean one!
Why was that line in the script? So they managed to evade him, seeing as how he ran the hell away, and then we get this scene.
I don't know. Uh-oh!
Oh no, they're being attacked by... a polar bear? A yeti? The abominable snow... What the fuck is that thing? Whatever it is. It too eventually runs away, and then we get this thing. What I could only describe as a cheap knockoff of the R-5000.
Crush, kill, destroy, swag. Crush, kill, destroy, swag. Crush, kill, destroy, swag. Crush, kill, destroy.
Good work, Torg. Now destroy them. Crush them.
Please, you'll be doing us a favor.
Polda, I knew you'd try something like this. I set Torg's control so he will obey only me. Release him, Torg.
God damn it, Keemer, it would be so simple and you'd be doing all of mankind a favor. So after wandering in the snow for about a fucking eternity, they finally come across the workshop and send in the cavalry.
Crush, kill, destroy, swag. Crush, kill, destroy, swag. Crush, kill, destroy, swag. Crush, kill, destroy, swag.
You can't come in here. No one's allowed.
Where did you come from?
Okay, seriously. Small elf versus war mech. I think we know how this is gonna turn out.
You're the biggest toy I've ever seen.
So Santa admires this cheap cosplay of a robot, and that somehow makes him good for whatever inadequately explained reason. So the Martians decide to do it themselves.
Santa Claus, you're coming with us.
No, you can't take him now. It's too near Christmas.
Quiet, you.
But
Huh. I never thought I would actually have an opportunity to use this clip anytime soon, but...
I was frozen today!
Why? Why did you have to do that to my helper?
It's harmless. It'll wear off in a short while.
Oh.
Oh, well, then everything is fine. Despite the fact that you still broke in here with armed guns and a giant robot in an attempt to kidnap me.
I never saw such lazy people. standing around like statues.
Oh, for Celestia's sake, will you freeze her too?
Let's get to it.
Thanks. So after that 10-minute scene, they finally abduct the guy, and it's already on the news! Seriously, I did no editing whatsoever. This is literally the next scene. All of a sudden, it's in every newspaper on every street corner on the freaking planet. Okay, either this is highly unrealistic, or the news company is psychic, because there is no way you already know about it.
At Cape Kennedy, our correspondent interviewed Werner von Green, the man in charge of America's Starshot program.
Mr. Von Green, what is the space agency doing about this?
So, despite the fact they're still fighting the Cold War, all the nations of the world decide to put aside their differences in an attempt to get Santa back by launching a rescue operation.
Supposed to undergo 6 months of test flights. But we are going to forget about the testing and go after those Martian monkeys.
Screw safety standards! We need an excuse for our children to be good all year! So they launched the generic rocket they purchased via stock footage, and we never hear about this again. I'm serious. They launched the rocket, and then we never hear about it ever again. Humanity is fucking useless in this movie. They do nothing whatsoever. They just report the news, they say they're going after them, and then we never hear back from them. It is unbelievable. So then we cut to the next scene where...
I was like...
Ah! Wait, you're not Droppo. Who the hell are you? Why are you laughing?
He's having the time of his life. He's such a funny little man. Why, I've only been with him for 5 minutes and he has me laughing just like an earthling.
Despite the fact he's been kidnapped.
What's soft and round, and you put it on a stick and you toast it in a fire, and it's green?
I don't know, what?
A marshmallow!
And then suddenly I realized it wasn't a chimney at all. It was the smokestack of the Queen Elizabeth.
So after this horrible stand-up comedy routine, we get... Ah!
Come and get it. Dinner time.
Here's Droppo. If I can't cheer you up, Droppo
Okay, to be fair, even though he's the most annoying thing to ever exist in any line of cinema, he seems to be the only actor that is trying to have fun with the role. I mean, it's a terrible movie, but he seems to be making the most of it. I give him credit for that, but nothing else. Anyway, then Lieutenant Dickweed here decides he's gonna give everyone a tour of the ship. And the very first place they go is the airlock. I kid you not, they go straight to the airlock. That doesn't sound conspicuous at all. I wonder what's gonna happen.
Gee, Santa, what are we going to do? Once the door opens, we haven't got a chance.
Enough! Enough with the horrible acting and the horrible script! I'm running out of tables.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yes?
Where are they? Drifting around in space, along with the rest of the space junk.
So then we get the dumbest fake fight scene that I have ever seen in any movie. Seriously, you can't top how bad this is. It's just bad. How bad it is.
Merry Christmas, everyone!
Okay, I've been meaning to touch base on this. Shouldn't you be saying ho, ho, ho? Or, in this case, at the very least, ho, ho, holy shit, I've been abducted by Martians! Oh, and fuck you for still being alive. I hate the 2 kids, yada, yada, yada.
And then came up here and accidentally threw the door switch, We knew we had to get out of there in a hurry, or that would be the end of us. Accidentally, of course.
So you crawled out through the air duct.
The air duct?
But the air duct is just a little... And you're so big.
Screw physics. So they tie up Lieutenant Dickweed and leave one guy to guard him. And then this scene happens.
To ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Surprisingly, Drapo's not with them. Huh. It's a bit weird.
Merry Christmas, Bulldog. All right, on your feet, come on.
Drapo!
Ah!
Look, I was handing me food pills through the bars, and he grabbed my...
Shut up, Drapo.
Thank you! Oh, and Lieutenant Dickweed escaped.
Yes, regular.
Big shocker. So they finally make it back to the Batcave of the Bad Batman Cosplay Club.
Lady Beaumont, I'm not accustomed to entering people's homes through the door.
So they decide to put the comedic disaster to work by using him to cheer up their own children as an experiment. Why are we laughing? Okay, seriously, what the hell's up with this scene? He just walks in and they sort of just play along with his laughing. It's like, bow down, laugh with me, or some shit. So seeing as how his very presence in a room causes people to burst out in laughter, he decides he's going to stay and help them out. But there's a slight catch.
But Santa Claus, you will never return to Earth.
Oui.
Now you belong to Mars.
Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, sweet Celestia. Am I the only one who caught that?
Ho, ho, ho.
That's the kind of face that says I'm about to open up a can of whoop-ass. So we got to see what Lieutenant Dickweed is doing, and it turns out he's leading a sort of rebellion against the Santa Claus takeover. And by takeover, I mean the not-so-hostile takeover. In fact, no one fires a single gun that's anyway lethal in this movie.
The toy shop is operating full blast. No one suspects me, so I sneaked down and took a good long look. It's nothing like the one on Earth. No one is sawing or hammering. Kimwar's built a mechanized assembly line for the old man.
Toys! The decay is setting in. It's even affecting you. Soon all of Martians will be blithering idiots.
Okay, seriously, what is this guy's deal? He's like down here leading the Anti-Fun Brigade, or Martians Against Popular Culture, or MAPC, or is it MAPS? MAP-C, I don't know. We're deep within acronym hell right now. Or is it purgatory? So we finally see this state-of-the-art workshop that Santa is working out of, and it turns out that it has one conveyor belt, produces about 8 different toys, and it produces them slowly enough that they are able to collect them in laundry baskets. Wow, was this overhyped. You know what would probably be more exciting than this? Doing actual laundry. Well, we don't normally wear clothes, but still.
2 dolls.
2 dolls, yes, Patty.
Wow, that's so fast. What did the guy say in the last scene?
Toys are rolling off by the second. This planet will be flooded with toys.
Uh-huh. Okay, show me how fast they're going again.
3 baseball bats.
3 baseball bats.
By the second, people! By the second. It's so fast! So later that night, the film cuts to... Ah!
Oh! Now I'm Santa Claus! Ho, ho, ho!
So, as you can probably guess, Droppo is stoned out of his goddamn mind. And believe me when I say this is when his character gets really
I'll go
annoying.
down to the workshop and make some more toys. Ho, ho, ho! Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Ho, 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 do, 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 jingle bells.
Now, there's a big mistake that we're underlooking here. Earlier in the film, it stated that the people of Mars needed to learn what it is to have fun. But this guy is clearly as high as a kite and clearly knows what fun is. So why do we have to abduct Santa Claus in the first place if they already know what it is? So around the same time, Lieutenant Dickweed and the Resistance go in to sabotage the toy-making machine because apparently Lieutenant Dickweed has a very different definition of the word fun.
F is for fire that burns down the whole town. U for uranium bombs. N is for no survivors when you're...
Plankton. Those things aren't what fun is all about. Now, do it like this. F is for friends who do stuff.
Never. That's completely idiotic.
So they sabotage the machine when all of a sudden...
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Ah!
What a break. It's Santa Claus.
So the idiots mistake Droppo for Santa Claus and they go in and take him hostage.
Stay put, my fat little friend.
Now, what I don't understand in this scene is, why can't he just take the beard off? Or take the coat off? For Christ's sake, you don't have to do this. You don't have to pretend you're Santa Claus. Your life is not going to end if you take the fucking coat off. Just tell them who you are, and they'll probably let you go, you dumbass! And here I thought humanity was stupid! So the next day, they go back to making toys, and it turns out that the sabotaging of the machine worked as they keep getting screwed up.
Stop the machine! Look! The doll has a teddy bear's head, and the teddy bear has a doll's head!
Okay, everyone remain calm. We can still make this work. If we put it on the shelves, they will buy it, no matter what. Some poor idiot is gonna buy it.
I still think you're making a mistake. It's too dangerous walking right into the enemy camp.
So Dickweed and the gang decide it's time to attack them and demand that Christmas be taken away from Mars so that everything can go back to the way they are. And meanwhile, they've already figured out that the machine was sabotaged. Therefore, their sabotage itself was completely and utterly pointless. So, Kimar goes to put a stop to the rebellion.
Surprised to see us? You're under arrest, Bulldog.
Stop playing with toys. Put it away, Kima. We have a weapon that's much more potent than that.
We call it the Orbital Friendship Cannon, even though I only get to call it like 1 strike per month in case I go insane.
And your little ho-ho-ho man will be destroyed.
Moving along...
Are you sure you have Santa Claus?
You know we have him.
You mean you had him?
How did he get out of the cave?
Jim, the idiot!
And how did he get here so fast?
Santa Claus has powers that you don't know about. All right, arms up.
Well, I think we have a candidate for dumbest rebellion ever. So then we cut back to... Ah!
Where are you going?
Ho, ho, ho!
Can't you say anything else but ho, ho, ho? Ho, ho, ho! If you're thinking of leaving, Santa, let me remind you, once you hit that nuclear curtain, there won't even be a whisker left. Ho, ho, ho! Hey, Santa, be careful!
You are the worst person to ever hold a hostage. Of all time.
Santa! Santa! Waldo and another man are in the storeroom and they're coming to get you.
Oh, they are they? Well, maybe they'd like to have some fun with our toys.
So, he finally corners Santa Claus, but all of a sudden he is attacked by... Gack? Or something. Bubble guns. Plastic baseball bats. And... Oh, come on! Seriously? Dickweed, you have a fucking gun and they're attacking you with the equivalent of balsa wood gliders! Holy Celestia! You're actually being beaten by balsa wood gliders! Just because they're throwing shit at you does not mean you are unable to fire your fucking gun! Fire the fucking thing and get it over with! Sorry, buddy, all the good jokes are gone.
I said ceasefire!
It's not even worth it.
Ho, 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 everybody! Merry Christmas!
You don't need me here, Kima. You've got a wonderful Santa Claus of your own.
Sure, he's high as a kite and probably won't get the job done, but still, it's an excuse for us to end the movie.
If we hurry, we can get back in time for Christmas Eve.
Yeah!
Shall we get going?
Yeah! Shut up! I'm gonna go deaf!
Dear friends, away! Merry Christmas, everyone!
So that's Santa Claus Conquers the Martians. How does it hold up? I would go so far as to call this film the definition of letdown. I mean, it's not even funny how disappointed I was when I saw this movie, and saw the cover, and saw that it sounded awesome. Santa Claus Conquers the Martians? He did no such thing! More like Santa Claus gets kidnapped by Martians and then guilt trips them into letting him go back to Earth. Not even that! Santa Claus gets kidnapped by Martians, but they find their own Santa, so Santa Claus being there was completely pointless! That would have been a better movie! That I would have steered clear of and avoided! I wanted ray guns, I wanted fighting, I wanted tanks and everything! Instead, you gave me this crap! And I think it caused me brain damage. I think I'm getting an ulcer just watching this movie, seriously! But you know what? I think I'm getting the hang of this review stuff. In fact, what's the next movie? Come on, just tell me. Whatever it is, I guarantee I can take it. There's no way that it can be worse than this crap.